It is 11 p.m. You have 27 tabs open on your browser. 4 articles on AI you thought you should read. 3 are tutorials for a skill you might need next year. The rest are news, social media, and open emails. Your brain feels full, yet strangely empty. You're exhausted, but you haven't actually learned anything you can use tomorrow. Welcome to the information age, a time where humanity generates more data in 2 days than we did from the dawn of civilization up until 2003. We are starving for wisdom while being drowned in information. We live in constant fear. Fear of missing out. Fear that if we don't read that one article or listen to that one podcast, we will fall behind. So we consume. We hoard information like digital pack rats. But here is the truth that will set you free. You do not need to know everything. In fact, trying to know everything is the fastest way to ensuring you know nothing useful. Today, we're going to master the art of deliberate ignorance. I'm going to show you how to absorb only what you need, how to kill the overwhelm, and how to finally feel calm and focused in a world that never stops screaming for your attention. Let's get into it. Let me tell you about Alex. Alex is smart, ambitious, and utterly paralyzed. Alex wanted to start a side business, maybe an e-commerce store. So, Alex did what we all do. They started researching. First, Alex read an article on dropshipping, but that article mentioned SEO. So Alex spent 3 nights learning SEO. But then a podcast said SEO is dead. You need Facebook ads. So Alex watched 10 hours of YouTube tutorials on ad targeting. Then, a newsletter arrived about the impact of new trade tariffs. 3 months passed. Alex knew a little bit about a lot of things, but Alex had not made a single dollar. Alex was drowning in just-in-case learning. Just-in-case learning is when you consume information because you think you might need it someday. It's like buying 1,000 specialized tools before you even know what you're building. The result isn't a workshop, it's a junkyard. Alex was overwhelmed because they had no filter. They treated all information as equally important. To fix this, we need a complete mindset shift. We need to move from just-in-case to just-in-time. Just-in-time learning means you only consume information that is immediately relevant to a current problem or project. Imagine information is like food. Just-in-case learning is like trying to eat an entire grocery store because you're afraid of a famine next year. You just get sick. Just-in-time learning is looking at a recipe, seeing you need an onion, going to the store, and buying 1 onion. Here is the 3-step framework to activate this mindset. Step 1. Define the output. Stop consuming for a moment. Ask yourself, what am I trying to build right now? Is it a business plan? A term paper? Is it fixing a sink? Or just relaxing? If you don't know the output, you can't filter the input. Step 2. Ask, will this help me today? Be brutal here. If that email newsletter, that book, or that documentary won't help you move your specific project forward in the next 48 hours, delete it. Archive it. Close the tab. Let go. Step 3. Trust in accessibility. This is how you conquer the FOMO. We hoard information because we fear we won't find it later. But we live in the golden age of search. Repeat after me. If I need it later, I can find it later. The fear of not having all the info is an illusion. Nobody has all the info. Real power isn't owning the database. It's knowing how to use a search engine when you need it. Once you know what you need to know, you have to ensure you are getting the right kind of information. Not all info is created equal. I like to split it into 2 categories: high-fat information and high-fiber information. High-fat information is immediate, inflammatory, and shallow. It's news alerts, Twitter feuds, and 30-second TikToks about complex geopolitical issues. It gives you a dopaminergic rush. It makes you feel like you're staying informed, but there are no nutrients. It causes mental inflammation. It keeps you on the verge of panic and ensures you're never focused. To stay calm, you need to put your brain on a diet. How do you do that? First, turn off all non-human notifications. If a person isn't texting you, you don't need a buzz in your pocket. Second, check news at set times, not constantly. Once a day is enough. The world will not collapse if you don't know about a headline within 5 minutes. Instead, seek out high-fiber information. This is deep, slow, context-rich information. Books, long-form essays, peer-reviewed studies, complete courses. High Fiber Info doesn't tell you what happened in the last hour. It teaches you how the world works. It builds foundational mental models so that when new information arrives, you already know where to file it. But here is the ultimate secret to staying focused and never feeling overwhelmed by what you don't know. The goal of information is not to store it. The goal is to transform it. The moment you shift from being primarily a consumer to being primarily a creator, overwhelm vanishes. Why? Because when you are creating, whether that's code, a marketing strategy, a furniture piece, or even a detailed dinner plan, you only seek the information necessary to complete the task. The creation dictates the learning. When you create, you realize that knowledge is not a passive liquid to be poured into your head. It's a tool you pick up, use, and often set down. You're not a storage unit. You are a factory. Factories don't want an endless supply of raw materials cluttering the floor. They only want what they can process right now. Let's recap. To survive this information age without losing your mind, move from just-in-case to just-in-time learning. Define your output before you look for input. Cut out high-fat noise and invest in high-fiber knowledge. And shift from consuming to creating. You do not need to read every tab. You don't need to listen to every podcast. You are not falling behind. Be calm. Pick one thing to build. Find only the information you need for it and ignore the rest. Now, your challenge. Close all your extra tabs right now. Keep just one and go do something with it. Thanks for watching.